Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be filming a very requested video, my handbag collection. I have loved handbags and shoes for as long as I can remember, literally since I was about 11 years old. I used to have a We Heart It account. I don't know if anyone used to have that, a bit like Pinterest, and I just used to heart, that was what it was called, like you hearted things. I just used to heart all the bags, all the shoes, like oh my god, I was obsessed. And then Tumblr came along and I did exactly the same thing when I was at school, and then I got Pinterest and I carried it on. And I am so lucky to have an amazing job, and I'm really good at saving my money, and my kind of like life situation, living at home and things, has meant that I have been able to save up and spend my money on amazing lovely bags, and I am so grateful. So just a disclaimer, this is not me boasting about anything, or I don't want anyone to be like offended by this. It's just a really requested video, and I know that you girls also love designer bags and luxury bags, so I'm going to go through my bag collection and tell you my honest opinions, whether it was worth it, whether I would buy it again, if I would recommend it, and yeah, just my thoughts on the bag and why I purchased it. So I'm going to try and do this in timeline order. This is the first bag that I bought, and it's a secondhand Fendi baguette vintage bag. I absolutely love this, and I will love this forever and ever and ever. I bought this, it was my first ever bag. I think I bought this when I was at college. No, I was at uni. I think I must have been about 18 when I bought this, and I bought it on Vestiaire Collective, which, if you don't know already, is like a vintage secondhand website. You can sell and buy secondhand luxury clothes, shoes, bags, everything on there. And I bought this on there. It took so long to come, which it sometimes does, but oh my god, I love it. I've worn it so much. Like when it came, it was like pristine, and now kind of like all the leather is falling off and like the hardware's fading and really scratched because I've just used it to death. I absolutely love it. I loved it so much that a couple of years later I bought the crossbody strap to put on it. I know it's not the right colour, and sometimes it annoys me, sometimes I don't really care. I feel like this is going to annoy a lot of people, but I really wanted this bag to be a crossbody, and this strap is actually detachable, so rather than just always wearing it on my shoulder like that, I could take that strap off and then wear it crossbody or wear it like long on my shoulder. And I'm so glad I did, because I've just worn this so much. It was my first bag and my only like really nice bag for quite a while, so yeah, this has definitely got its wear, and I will 1000% keep this bag forever. So the next bag that I'm going to show you is my Chloe mini C bag in black. I absolutely love this bag. This was my first kind of like proper go in the store and buy a brand new bag, and it was the best day. I just love the in-store experience. I've always loved shopping in store, whatever it's for, and it was just amazing. So I bought this for, I think it was about £7.50, and now the price of these has really gone up, so it was a good investment. And to be honest, I will again have this forever. You can take the crossbody strap off and just use it as like a top handle, which I often do in the evening because it's such a perfect size to fit everything that you might need. It fits a lot more than it looks as well, because it is tiny. I first saw this bag on Jessica Sky's Instagram. She has, I think, the white croc one. She might have a couple actually, and that's when I saved it and I thought, I love that. And it was a really great price point for me for my first bag, so yeah, I couldn't recommend this enough. It hasn't scratched at all, and I've used this so much, so I'm very impressed. I really wanted a summer bag. This was last year I bought this bag. I really wanted a lovely summer bag to take on holiday, and it was during lockdown. I knew I had a holiday booked for after lockdown. Fingers crossed at the time, I wasn't sure if I was going on it, but I ended up going, and I treated myself during lockdown because I saved a lot of money to this Loewe basket bag. This is the medium size. Again, I'm so glad I bought this. I have worn it to death. That's kind of why it looks a little bit wonky here, because I have just stuffed it full. I just take this everywhere. I've even put Gracie in this, and that's probably why it's a bit wonky. But for me, a bag is to be worn. The only thing I would say is for about £350, that is quite a lot of money just to spend on like a basket that they've probably bought for 1p, because essentially it is just a wicker basket that you buy on holiday. But for me, it was just a classic. Everyone has it. I loved it, and it was on my list. And when I still love a bag for so long, I know that I'm going to use it forever. I originally wanted the tan, but they didn't have it in stock, and I kept looking at the white. I saw a few people styling it, and I thought, do you know what? I think the white is more me, because I wear white so much. I wear neutral colours. And yeah, I'm really glad I went for the white. It fits so much in. I sometimes put a like neutral coloured dust bag in here, because obviously it is open, so if I'm taking it into the city and I want my things to be a bit more covered up and a bit more safe, I use a neutral dust bag and just tie it, which again looks really nice as well. So my next bag was an absolute dream bag for me. So in my head, I've got my like logo bag, my Fendi. I've got my black bag that I use all the time. I've got my summer bag, and now I was thinking I want a white bag. And I have honestly loved this bag since I was probably 14. It's on all my mood boards from when I was younger. I just loved it so much. I used to post it on my Instagram page. And so I got my Givenchy Antigona. This is the white shade, and this is the baby like small mini size. I think it's called the mini. I bought this in the Givenchy store on Bond Street, and oh my god, again, best day ever. I was so excited to buy this. I literally had a smile on my face the entire week. I'm so like proud when I am able to buy something myself. It just means so much to me, and I know that 14-year-old me is literally looking at me like, oh my god. It actually makes me feel a bit emotional. How silly is that? But you know, when it's just like a huge achievement, yeah, it sounds stupid because it's a materialistic thing, but that's just like a thing that I have always never. Oh my god, why am I getting emotional about that? That's so stupid. Yeah, it's just like a massive thing for me as a child and like a teenager, looking at that being like, oh, you're never gonna have that, you'll have that when you're like 40. I never thought that I would be, well, last year 22, buying like my dream bag. So anyway, I love this so much, and I would love this in another colour as well, because this bag is just amazing. I think I would really love it in a little bit bigger, maybe the small size or the medium, in a really gorgeous like neutral shade of some sort. I'm not sure what. The only thing I would say, if you have a white bag, I'm sure you already know this, but it gets dirty, and like I said earlier, my bags are to be worn. You can easily get them cleaned, you can get them repainted. There are so many services out there that can bring your bags back to life, so I don't want to be precious with my bags and not use them. That is just not why I buy them. So I don't know if you can see, but the handles are a little bit discoloured just because I'm obviously touching them and I'm wearing them in the city and my hands are dirty. But apart from that, it does look pretty pristine. There are a couple of little scratches just here, one there, and I think there's another one somewhere else, but I'm not worried at all. A bag is to be used, and I love this so much. I love the shape of it. It's such a classic. It does also have a crossbody strap as well, which is fab. I use that all the time. You can adjust it. It's just great. I love it. I'm so happy I bought it. Unfortunately, I can't find this online anywhere, and I do actually think they might have discontinued this one, and I can't find it anywhere. I'll link a similar one, which is the newer shape, which again I love. I think it's a lot more casual. This is super smart and like quite chic and classic, but if you go into store and ask, they might have one somewhere. They might be able to locate it for you. On to my next bag. This was, again, a really practical decision. I had my mini C Chloe, my black bag, amazing, loved it, but I couldn't fit everything in there. If I'm going into London and I want to bring a charger, I want to bring an iPad or my book or something, a couple of sunglasses, maybe a bit more makeup, I just couldn't fit everything in that bag, and it was kind of becoming a little bit impractical. So I said to myself, with my savings, I have different savings accounts, and I have one that's for like luxury items or things that I want to invest in. So I said to myself, when I next buy a bag, it will be a black bag that still has a crossbody and a top handle, because that is what I love in a bag, but it will be a little bit bigger. So the next bag that was on my wish list, the Givenchy Antigona and this bag, were two brands of bags that I have just loved forever, and I still do, and I always will. One day me and Jack were going out for lunch. We were having like a little date day in London, which we often do, and we went into the Saint Laurent store on Bond Street, and I tried it on, and it was brand new in that week or that day, I can't remember, a new finish. But let me just show you. So my YSL Sac de Jour, this is in the small size, and this is actually the limited edition matte croc. So usually the croc is painted, and I really didn't like that. I'd been trying it on for quite a few times, and I just didn't like how shiny it was. If you go into store, and if I don't know if they still have this, I think they definitely do online, so I'm guessing they do in store. But I just didn't like the shiny. It was too shiny, and it reminded me of school shoes. You know, those like Velcro painting like dolly shoes. And I just wasn't keen. I knew I liked the croc because it's super hard wearing. I love the texture, and yeah, it just looks so cool. I took my iPad with me. The iPad fit in perfectly, and yeah, I just knew it was mine. And it's also got gold hardware, which I love. I love black and gold together. This is the little, let me show you, the little locket, so you can have that on show if you want, but I often just keep that tucked in here because I like it looking quite plain and minimal. It's got the crossbody strap, which is also adjustable. I love the length of this crossbody strap actually. I've got it on the tightest hole, and it is the perfect length, especially for like quite a big bag. I like my crossbody to be quite high. I just absolutely love this. I'm so happy I got it. I have used this so much. I use this every day. I take it to the supermarket, I take it on walks, like I literally use it all the time because I can fit so much in here. I can fit food, water bottles, everything. So yeah, again, amazing purchase, and I am so glad I went for this bag. Okay, that is all of my designer bags. I haven't actually bought a bag for a very long time. I'm saving up for a house, a car, life things, so I'm just reining it in on the luxury purchases at the minute. To be honest, there's not really many bags that I have seen that I'm like, oh my god, I love that and I need that in my collection. I would love, 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 who wouldn't, a vintage Chanel, and that is probably next on my list because in like my 14-year-old wish list, it was always Givenchy Antigona, YSL Sac de Jour and Chanel. They were all my three favourites. So yeah, but that will probably be a next year purchase now. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you do have any questions about any of the bags, I will try and answer my best down below. Apart from that, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!